Welcome to this week's 1, 2, 3 Brain Break. I'm Miss Jillian from the Council Tree Branch, and I am here to help guide you through this week's activity. And this week we are going to be exploring the senses with a sensory scavenger hunt that you can do outside. And here's the scavenger hunt that you'll find in just a minute. You can download this piece of paper. And what would we be doing with a sensory scavenger hunt? On a normal scavenger hunt that we're used to, we might be just looking for things. What sense does that use? Yes, that uses our sense of sight. We're looking for things with our eyes, but we have other senses too. How many senses do we have? Do you know? How many are on the scavenger hunt? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we just have 4 senses? No, you're right. We have 5 senses. I wonder which sense is not on our scavenger hunt. Let's talk about the senses. Which are our 5 senses? We have sense of sight. We talked about that one already. Oh yes, we have our sense of hearing. We use our ears to hear the sounds around us. What about our hands? What do we use our hands for? Right, we use our hands to feel or to touch things, and that's our sense of touch. We use our nose to smell, don't we? We smell all kinds of things with our sense of smell, with our nose. So that's 4: eyes, sight, ears for hearing, hands for touching, nose for smelling. What's the 5th sense? You're right, our 5th sense is our sense of taste. And that's the one that isn't on our scavenger hunt today, because I figured it wouldn't be really safe for me to send you out tasting things in the outdoors. However, later on today, when you're having maybe a snack, maybe you can explore your sense of taste by having a salty snack, or maybe a spicy snack, or a sweet, or maybe even a sour snack. All kinds of ideas. For now, though, I'd like you to be able to step outside wherever you are, so get with permission of your caretaker. Always be safe. You may step outside, maybe you go out with a partner. Bring your scavenger hunt. You'll notice there are both words and pictures to help you. You have your sense of hearing that you'll explore, your sense of sight, your sense of touch, and your sense of smell. And so you'll get to experience the outdoors using all of these senses. When you use your sense of hearing, for example, I encourage you to close your eyes and listen. And by closing your eyes, you'll be able to focus on just what you hear and challenge yourself to hear the things. See if you can hear the things that are listed on the scavenger hunt. Now would be a great time to pause the video and go out and do your scavenger hunt. And then, if you're able to, come back to this part of the video afterwards and we can talk a little bit about what it was like to do a sensory scavenger hunt. Have fun, be safe exploring the senses. Welcome back. How did your sensory scavenger hunt go? I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. So let's just real quick, let's talk a little bit about what it was like to do a sensory scavenger hunt in the winter. It's the middle of January. So what was that like? For me, I had the hardest time with my sense of smell because I'm noticing this evergreen tree behind me. It's not very aromatic, which means it doesn't have a really strong smell. So when I take a deep breath, I'm not smelling a lot around me, either bad or good. I don't live next to a restaurant or a pizza store where the wafts of pizza smell would be coming my way. I'm too far away for that. So what I enjoyed most was my sense of hearing. I liked closing my eyes hearing the wind. Oh, I heard a dog barking, birds chirping. What did you hear? Did you hear the things on the scavenger hunt? Did you hear a bird, an airplane maybe flying high in the sky? What might be different in a different season? Would smelling something beautiful be easier in springtime or in summer when the flowers are blooming? Yes, I love to smell beautiful, pretty flowers. How about you? Now, how is your sense of touch? Was anybody able to find a pile of leaves? Look at those leaves. They're all brown. They've fallen from the trees, so they've died. And they're dry and kind of rough on my hands. What might leaves feel like in the summer? When they're green, would they feel softer and smoother? I agree. So, as you're experiencing nature and when you're outside, be sure and check it out with all your senses. What do you hear? What do you see? What do you touch? And what do you smell? And remember, for tasting, we're not going to taste the rocks or anything like that, okay? But it's always fun to bring a snack with us, maybe a pretzel or a granola bar while you're walking around and looking and listening to nature. So I hope you had a really wonderful time on our sensory scavenger hunt. There are books that you can explore about the senses, and we've put a couple links for those as well. And there are also some other fun sensory activities that you can do with a partner or with your caregiver. And I hope you'll have time this week to explore some of those. In the meantime, have a wonderful rest of your week. And I'm so glad you visited us today. Take care.